Alright, good morning everyone. Today again we are starting with the chapter 32 idioms. So far we have discussed about the idioms in which we were referring to the animals, trees, parts of the body and colors. And yesterday we have discussed some other idioms also. So in the same series today we will start with the next idiom, that is a feather in one's cap. A feather in one's cap. A feather in one's cap means an action that can be proud of. If you have done something remarkable, if you have done something good, then that is a feather in one's cap. So the meaning is an action that can be proud of. How to use this in the sentence? He will have one more feather in his cap. Sentence. He will have one more feather in his cap. After he has finished this, after he has finished this incredibly difficult assignment, incredibly difficult assignment, means once he will be finished with this assignment, it will be something that he can proud of. So this is, instead of he can proud of, we can use a feather in his cap. Now the next one. The next one is a fish out of water. A fish out of water. A fish out of water. A fish out of water means when someone is at a place where he is feeling awkward or he is not comfortable, or someone has moved to a new place. Suppose when a student joins, suppose in mid session a student is joining your class, he has taken the admission. So initially he feel awkward, uncomfortable, because rest of the classmates are familiar with each other. You most of you will be studying in the same school from nursery or kg. Now you are in class 8th and someone is taking admission directly in class 8th here, and now he's in your class. So somehow in the initial days, that student will not feel comfortable with you people. So that is a fish out of water. How a fish will feel out of water? Uncomfortable. So in the same manner, this is. So the meaning is a person who feels uncomfortable or awkward. A person who feels uncomfortable or awkward because he or she is in surroundings because he or she is in surroundings that are not familiar. That are not familiar. And when the person starts living at the same place, he becomes familiar. How to use it in the sentence? When Danny first moved to the big city, when Danny first moved to the big city from the countryside, he was like, from the countryside, he was like a fish out of water. Countryside means the, you can say, the rural area or the area which is not very developed. So we call it countryside. Okay. So when a person moves from such a place to a big city, then obviously the person will not feel comfortable. The person will feel awkward to the new places. Okay, suppose you call someone from a city. See, nowadays most of the cities have the large cities have the malls and everything. Okay, but if you call someone from a village, you must have seen these things. You must have felt this thing. The person is so uncomfortable. The person is not ready to move on the escalators that are there in the mall. They have so much fear. They are not ready to move on the escalators. They prefer to go on stairs. Okay, so because this, they are not feeling comfortable or they are not familiar with those surroundings. The next one is by fits and starts. The next one is by fits and starts. By fits and start means frequently starting and stopping again and not continuous. When something is not happening in a continuous manner, in a continuous motion, it is again and again starting, it is again and again stopping, then that is by fits and starts. So the meaning is frequently starting and stopping again. Not continuously. How to use this in the sentence? Federal policy on women's health research federal policy on women's health research has evolved by has evolved by fits and starts. Means this policy is not able to be applicable continuously. Again, the government starts this policy, then after some time it stops the research. Then again, the research is started on the same topic, and then again it is stopped because of some reasons. So it is starting and stopping again and again. So it is by fits and starts. The next one is by hook or by crook. By hook or by crook. By hook or by crook means whenever you decided to do something, so you will do it anyhow, whether your method is right or wrong, but you have to do that thing. So it is called by hook or by crook. Or in Hindi, if you have learned that when you have to do something, so do it anyhow. We use the term Sam Dam Dand Bhed. Apply anything, do anything, but the task has to be completed. So the meaning is by some means or another. By some means or another. By any means possible or by any means possible. Sentence, how to use it in the sentence. I made a mental note to try and procure. I made a mental note to try and procure some guest passes, some guest passes by hook or by crook. Means I thought of arranging, there must be some program. So someone is saying that I have made up my mind that I'll arrange some guest passes anyhow by hook or by crook, by any means possible. Now the next one is by leaps and bounds. By leaps and bounds. By leaps and bounds means to do something very quickly, or if something is happening at a great rate. So that is by leaps and bounds. Meaning is very quickly or at a great rate. For example, the number of corona patients is growing by leaps and bounds. Means very quickly or at a great rate. Okay. So, how to use it in the sentence? Instead of something is going on very quickly or at a great rate, you can write by leaps and bounds. Simple. Her health is improving by leaps and bounds.